has concluded. The question is the House to now adjourn, and I call the member for Goldstein.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, Victorians are doing it tough right now. It's been a brooding winter. It's week 4 of stage 4, where people can only leave their homes for the supermarket and for an exercise for an hour a day. Victorians are getting fines just for putting their bins out between the 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. curfew. As the Prime Minister correctly said, Victorians need hope, and now is the time for reassuring leadership. Yet the Andrews government has all but canned Parliament, so there is no scrutiny. Compare the pair. We are here. The Federal COVID Oversight Committee is chaired by the opposition, with MPs from all sides. The Victorian COVID Oversight Committee is chaired and dominated by Labor. Accountability isn't just about politics, it's about stopping bad decisions being replicated. And instead we get a Premier talking down and issuing dictates from his bully pulpit and sneaky deals to extend the state of emergency without explanation. Victorians know the virus is the enemy, and it's contemptuous to say it'll all be over as soon as, quote, we obey the rules. We did. It was your botched hotel quarantine that caused the second wave, and Victorians are all paying the price. The cost of Australia's biggest public policy failure is real. According to the ED, the Victorian Comprehensive Cancer Centre, there's been a 30% reduction in cancer reporting. A UNSW study found wholesale lockdowns cost twice as much lives as they save, and after that first month, it compounds. Tragically, there has been a 33% increase in children presenting to hospital with self-harm injuries compared to last year. Last week, Lifeline had 1,000 calls in a day for the first time in its history. The Goldstein office has been inundated with stories. Self-funded retirees struggling, teenagers missing rites of passage. Elizabeth McKinnon reached out concerned about her sister, who was already making her pre-existing depression without in-person support or companionship worse. As Elizabeth said, where is the sense of hope for someone like my sister? The cost of Victoria's second lockdown is estimated between $300 to $400 million every day. These aren't just numbers, they're real people's lives. Jobs, opportunity. Andrew from Hampton has run a successful sole trader IT business for 20 years. He has described how his hours have slowed from 5 days to 3 and vanished entirely with his capacity to fund his mortgage. Small businesses are being held together by string. JobKeeper is a lifeline, but other bills and debts keep mounting. And many people have found themselves underemployed or unemployed for the first time in their life. JobSeeker helps, but nothing replaces the dignity, the purpose and the independence of work. Victoria's situation exposes the fallacy of handing control over to technocrats that can only see problems through a singular lens. We should listen to experts, but it's accountable politicians who must weigh competing considerations and take responsibility. There is no risk-free solution to the suppression of COVID-19, and we cannot let fear dictate us living our lives. Understandably, highlighting the cost of the Victorian government's failures invites the obvious question: what would we have done differently? In normal times, we manage risk. We don't avoid it. We work to build up individual, community and system resilience to confront risks. Now, this is not a normal time, and there were gaps to our capacity to do so. It's why the first lockdown did have some logic. Individuals didn't know how to protect themselves. Community organisations were underprepared, and the health system lacked critical equipment. And we used that time to help individuals, community and system capacity. Now the logical thing is to implement sustainable measures, sustainable ones. Face masks, social distancing, venue registrations and capacity limits, working from home if you can. But what we shouldn't be doing is immorally trading away younger Australians' opportunity tomorrow for the false security of today. Victorians need hope. As the Treasurer said, Victoria needs a road out. And Canberra has got your back, Victoria. There are brighter days ahead. They are coming. But we have to accept and understand the responsibility we all have to be part of the solution and not to seek the false security of lockdowns in perpetuity. Thank Thank you, Deputy. Thank you, Speaker.